Okay, so I will start recording. So I would like to welcome all of you to today's webinar. My name is Mikołaj Lula, and I'm a researcher at Southern Swedish Forest Research Center. And I'm also a coordinator for the Working Party 1.1.10, which refers to ecology and silviculture of pine. And today I have the honor to welcome our speaker, Professor Chang Peng from Northeast Forestry University, who is also a coordinator of the Working Party Silviculture for Edible Non-Wood Forest Products. And today he's gonna hold a presentation entitled Cultivation of Korean pine timber forests with consideration of cone production. However, before I will give the floor to Professor, I would like to just remind you that this meeting is being recorded. After the presentation, I will stop recording and you will have the chance to ask questions. I think, try to avoid writing your question in chat and instead ask them directly in the meeting. Yes, please mute your microphones to don't interrupt the presentation. So turn them off. And IUFRO requires that I make a short presentation of IUFRO. So I will just share a short clip about IUFRO. And after this, the main presentation will start.
Forests and trees are diverse and complex and cover about 1/3 of the world's land base. They grow in different climates and environments and on different soils. They come in all shapes and sizes, in groups or alone, have different needs and offer various goods and services. The livelihoods of more than 1/4 of the Earth's population depend on forests. This is why scientists worldwide want to know more about forests and trees. They want to understand exactly how they grow, what makes them healthy, and how to use them. And they want to help them cope with impacts from an increasing world population and climate change. As forests and trees are often at risk of being harmed or lost. For these scientists, the International Union of Forest Research Organizations, IUFRO, has developed a global network for voluntary cooperation, open to all individuals and organizations dedicated to forest and forest products research and related disciplines. It offers opportunities to meet, work together, exchange ideas, access information, and present findings. This avoids duplication, fosters scientific excellence, and increases the visibility of research. Scientists, like forests, are very diverse. They have different interests and needs and work in different environments. IUFRO provides a convenient structure where they can fit in perfectly. 9 divisions with their research groups and working parties are the backbone of this structure. They cover overarching forest-related themes such as silviculture, management, genetics, pests and diseases, economics or social and policy issues. For cross-cutting key topics, IUFRO establishes task forces. IUFRO also offers capacity building for researchers from economically disadvantaged countries. It seeks to strengthen education on forests and increase cooperation with related scientific disciplines and stakeholder groups. IUFRO participates in global policy processes and provides scientific analyses for decision makers, always with a view to reaching the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Currently, IUFRO unites more than 15,000 scientists in almost 700 member organizations in 125 countries. Together, they contribute to the knowledge needed to ensure that all people benefit now and in future years from the economic, social, and environmental goods and services forests and trees provide. IUFRO, interconnecting forests, science, and people.
All right. Once again, welcome and thank you for accepting the invite to today's seminar. And now this virtual floor is yours, Professor. Do you want to share your presentation?
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. It works well.
Yes, and we can hear you very well as well.
Okay. So I start now. Good morning or good evening, everyone. Because now in China it's 5 p.m. And you are in the morning, 9 o'clock. Today, I will give a presentation, cultivation of Pinus koraiensis timber forest with consideration of corn production. I'm Peng Zhang from Northeast Forestry University. We're located in Harbin City in China. And I will introduce a little bit about Korean pine and the cultivation strategy of Korean pine plantation, and why should we cultivate both fruit and timber, and research progress in fruit and timber cultivation. First, I will introduce a little bit about Korean pine. This tree species is very important tree species in northeast China. It's the climatic species in zonal climates in temperate region in Northeast Asia. It's distributed in like Russia, Korea, North Korea, and China and Japan. And it's a mixed forest of Korean pine and broad-leaved tree species. The Korean pine is the dominant tree species in this ecosystem, and it's a very good timber tree species. Also, in this Korean pine and broadleaf system, the mixed forest, a lot of animals like to eat the pine nuts, like a squirrel, some birds, black bears, and not tiger. The tiger will eat some of the big animals. So it's a very important tree species in this zone. And in the past time, especially in the last 200 years, a lot of Korean pine trees were cut by some foreigner and also by Chinese people. And I think in the history, we have 50 million hectares of this forest, but now we have only like uh, 400,000 hectares of this forest. So we have only a small spot of this forest, and a large part changed to secondary forest because of we do a lot of falling in the past time, and also we replanted some plantation in northeast China, but the area is not very big. And now the original forest of Korean pine is only like 50,000 hectares in northeast China. It was protected by the government now. So that means in the past time, a lot of crying pine trees were cut in the last 200 years. But now it's distributed only a small part in northeast China. And in the future, so we have a question. Because crying pine have a very good timber, and China have very few good timber resources. We have to cultivate more timber forest for us, but also because crying pine have a function and it can provide more seed production, especially in this time. The pine nuts, the price is very good. The farmer like to grow crying pine for pine nuts. So we have a question. In the future, we would like to cultivate wood or seed production, or we can do it together. So it is a question because now we have a large area of plantation. We can grow timber production, and also we can collect the corns for seed production. And now I will introduce a characteristic of a crying pine, forking, the forking of crying pine in the natural forest. So when the tree is young, it's very straight and no forking. But when the tree is getting old, it will finally forking, have a lot of branches. So we can see in the natural forest, if the tree is very big, it have a very big crown, and it can bear more corns in the tree. So that's one of the characteristic of a crying pine. But in the young age, because the crying pine regenerated under the canopy, a lot of broadleaf trees is on the top crown, so the crying pine cannot get more light, and it will tolerant to this shade environment, and until they grow to the top of the layer, and they can get more light, and they can bear more corns. So that's one of the characteristic of a forking. So basing on this forking effect, we think we can cultivate crying pine in three ways. That's our thinking. First, we can grow fruit and timber forest by controlling of branching. Yeah, by controlling of branching. And we have grow the trees in like 8 to 10 meters, and then we can do the top pruning and make the crown spread bigger, and we can get more seed production. The second way, that we will inhibition of a branching, and in this way we can grow timber forest. We don't want the trees have too many branches. It just have a very straight timber. Yes. And the third way, we can also promoting of a branching, especially we're using grafting method. And after grafting, we can do the top pruning, make the trees have a lot of branches, like seed orchard. We can get more seed production. This is three ways I think we can cultivate crying pine. These three pictures show the different ways we can grow different kinds of forest. The first one that we focus on the timber forest, we will grow more timber, large wood production, and we don't want forking in this way. In the middle picture, you can see a lot of forking in these trees. That was by us, by human being, to do it manually. We think we can like the trees to grow to 8 to 10 meters, and we have like this longer timber production, and we also hope the trees can have a very big crown. It can bear more seed production. So we do the top pruning at 8 or 10 meters higher. But the effect is not very good because this crying pine have a uh, very big apical dominant characteristic. So if we do this, maybe we need more pruning, top pruning. Yes. And the third picture showed that we do the top pruning at very young age, like 1.5 meters. We can do the first top pruning and make a lot of branches. And after 3 to 5 years, we do the pruning again. And after another 3 to 5 years, we will do it again and make the crown very big, and like a seed orchard, it can provide more seed production. Uh, so in China, uh, for the first two step, we have a lot of national forest area and some state-owned forest farms. We can do this uh, growing in some private forest land or agroforestry land. We can do fruit forest. Here we have a compare with Pinus panium, the stone pine in Europe, because stone pine it's very easy when we do the top pruning. It will have a umbrella shape, so the crown will bear a lot of horns. But for crying pine, it has a very strong apical dominance. So after the first pruning, the branches will go straightly very fast. So it's not very easy to control, make the branch have a very good shape. Yes, it's different. And so we can do the top of pruning uh, for the seed orchard. This picture showed in Korea that Professor Cheng uh, gave us a lot of introduction for this seed orchard, and you can see after different top pruning, the trees have a lot of branches, and they can bear a lot of corns for one tree. It's very good for seed production in this way. And also in China, in some parts, we also have this kind of field. People planted the crying pine in a very low density, and they just wanted to make the seed production, and they always use grafting method and make the trees to have a very good seed production in young age. And also we can use this land to mix with some other like corns or soybeans or some other medicine plants. It's very common in some parts of the northeast China. But this kind of method, we don't have enough land. So that's the third part. Why should we cultivate both fruit and timber forest? Uh, uh, in northeast China, we stop commercial logging of a natural forest from 2015, 10 years ago. We started to stop the commercial logging. And also, even we have some retaining farmland to forest. That means in some very deep slope area, like more than 25-degree, this kind of land is not suitable for farming. So we have to plant trees at that area. But for these years, China want to ensure the area of farmland remains about the right line of 120 million hectares. Some of the retaining farmland to forests, maybe they will still do the farming. It's not used for planting trees. So for these two reasons, we have so limited land for planting new fruit forest of a crying pine, just like last slide we showed. And we have to focus on completed crying pine plantation, and we have to do multiple objective cultivation. This part of forest is very big area in northeast China. And for timber cultivation, we have do a lot of work. And then now I will introduce just from like 3 to 4 aspects. The first one is density control. In density control, it's very important for a stand. The density means one tree can occupy how much room in this land. And we can see in the left stand, the density maybe is suitable. And under the canopy, we can see some shrubs and grasses. But for the right picture, the density is very high, and the light cannot go through the crown into the field, and even grasses cannot live under the canopy. So the density is very high, very high. And we do a lot of work about this, and in conclusion, we find that the DBH and the number of corns per plant are negatively correlated with standard density. Well, the number of cones is positively correlated with the dBH. That means if we have a very high density, uh, the tree will grow very slowly and it it cannot bear more cones. And we investigate a lot of stand, and we have a conclusion for the density control. Even we don't have a very big age of plantation because in China, I think we now we have some plantation only about 80 years. We don't have 100 years plantation, but we can do some modeling and we investigate a lot of plots to make this table. That means we should do the thinning every 15 to 10 to 15 years. So the first thinning it should be doing in 15 years after planting. And each thinning we will cut some of the trees. And the second thinning should be happened in 20 to 25 years. And we do the second thinning. And for the third, we do it during 30 to 35 years. And for the fourth thinning, it's about 45 to 50 years old. And for each thinning, we can keep some different trees on the field. And the dBH, we can to measure the dBH. If it cannot like the this table, I think we should adjust the density to make the stand growing better. And the second factor, we focus on fertilization for this kind of forest cultivation. Fertilization significantly promoted the DPH and the shoot growth of Pinus koraiensis, and also significantly increased the yield of individual pine seeds, especially the nitrogen and the phosphorus treatments had the best effect. That means we should added nitrogen and phosphorus together. That would be better for the tree growth and also for the seed production. And when we do some test, we showed that for nitrogen per hectare should be 100 kilo, and for phosphorus 150 kilo is better per hectare. So this fertilization treatment can improve not only the tree growth but also the seed production. It can improve the DPH growth for 18% to 27%, and it can improve the corn production by 16% to 42%. It's very good treatment. The fertilization can significantly increase the net photosynthetic rate, stomato conductance, transpiration rate, and the chlorophyll content of needle leaves. That means this fertilization can improve some physiological status of the trees, so they can have a very good growth and also have a very good seed production. The third question is, we have a question: does fruitness affect the growth of wood? Because we can think, if one tree they bear a lot of seed corns, maybe they will use a lot of nutrients, and the left nutrients for uh, the the tree growth will be decreased. But in fact, we investigate a lot of trees. We find that the differences in fruit setting did not affect the radial growth of the trunk and wood formation. Uh, we can see in the picture, if one tree with fruit and the tree no fruit, they have not very difference in DBH, and also uh, even one tree also have a lot of corns, but the other one have no corns. We think maybe the one of the tree with corns, they have a very good efficiency, working very well, uh, so they can make more uh, energy uh, to provide for the tree growth and also for the seed production. Maybe the one with no fruit, it works not very well. So maybe it influenced by genotype. We don't know, but I think maybe the gene will works in this situation. Uh, and therefore, uh, we have a question: do branch taps and the needle age affect their photosynthetic capacity? Because for crying pine trees, they have different years old needles. For the first just spread the new branch, that we call 1 year needles, and we have also 2 year needles, 3 year needles in one tree. And the question is, if different years old of the needles, they have different photosynthetic capacity. And we do the test and measure the night photosynthetic rate, morphology, and the nutrient concentration of the annual 2 year old and 3 year old needles of the reproductive and vegetative branches, respectively. And we get the results. As the leaf age increase, the net photosynthetic rate, nitrogen and the phosphorus content, and the nitrogen and the phosphorus utilization efficiency decrease. But the difference in photosynthetic characteristics between the vegetative and the reproductive branches that doesn't change with the age of the needles. And the question 5, can the photosynthetic uh, products required for corn development achieve self-sufficient in reproductive branches? That means we want to know if the reproductive branches, it can own provided enough nutrients for the corn growth. And we do this test in Morrison Forest Farm. We built a very high tower to make sure we can climb to the top of the trees to do some treatment. And we do the girdling for some branches, for the reproductive branches. And some of the branches not only girdling, but also we take off some parts of the needles, like 50% of the needles and 100% of the first year needles. And we get different results from this treatment. And it seems that the removal of leaves from the reproductive branches resulted in a significant decrease in the number and the weight of crying pine seeds, indicating that the photosynthetic products of crying pine seed development heavily depend on the supply of the top canopy. Yes. And the sixth question, how are the photosynthetic products distributed between the reproductive and the vegetative branches of Pinus koraiensis? In order to investigate how the trees they share the photosynthetic products to different parts of the trees, and we using a isotype tracing test to see the result, and we build this kind of test by ourselves. We build it by ourselves and use the isotype tracing method. And when we do the isotoping by the three round branches of reproductive branches, we find in situ 13 carbon isotope tracing was performed on the nutrient branches of the third round below the reproductive branches with cones in the vicinity. After 24 hours of labeling, the higher 13 carbon was detected in the second round branch and reproductive branch and the corn, while little was detected in the fourth round branch below the labeled branch, that indicating that the current photosynthetic products of vegetative branches are mainly transported and distributed to corns and the reproductive branches. The part 4 research progress in fruit and timber cultivation. The study on the source-sink relationship and the regulatory mechanism between vegetative growth and reproductive growth of crying pine is still ongoing. A lot of master and doctor students are doing this treatment, different tests like pruning, the branch pruning, and also the foliar fertilization for the trees, and fruit thinning, and also thinning for the trees. That means we focus on the cultivation measures, and we wanted to test the some biological reasons. So why these kind of cultivation measures can improve or the tree growth or the seed production. We didn't know some basic biological reason. So we want to do a lot of treatment, and we want to investigate the reason. That's some we are doing now some of the trials, and we have some progress, research progress, but a lot of data are still collecting. Not we don't have very clear results for these cultivation measures. Maybe like 2 years later, we will have more information about this kind of research. Okay, I think I just introduce a little bit about the crying pine, and for these years, a lot of research program give us the money to do the research, and also a lot of people, my students and my teachers do a lot of work on this crying pine plantation work. I will thanks for everyone and for the program project. And also, Harbin is a very beautiful city, especially during the winter time. And welcome everyone to Harbin for sightseeing or for cooperation with crying pine research if you want, I think. And thank you very much. Any questions? I will try my best to answer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking your time and for an excellent presentation. And as I promised, now I will stop recording and there will be some time for questions.